In the last video, we spoke about farm management and the importance of the producer always looking for updates, documenting all activities carried out on the farm and the planning necessary before each step. Hey, I'm Nathana, and today let's keep commenting on the governance pillar by going deep into the traceability indicator. We will look at the importance of traceability on farms and how producers are controlling this traceability. We will also present how TVRT controls traceability into its partner producers and explain the data and actions to be taken to reach traceability levels 1, 2, and 3. Have you ever stopped to think about how coffee makes its journey before its final destination in consumer's cup? This process is long and involves different steps, locations, and people. So, how important would it be to have control or at least knowledge about these factors? To answer this, we will present the methodology used by TVRT with its producers. So, we will go deep into the traceability in coffee. I emphasize that this dynamic can be applied with some minor adjustments to other coffee producers in other countries and even to other production chains. At the farms, coffee goes through several stages, from the planting of seedlings, crop management, harvesting, washing, drying, process, to transport to their house. Each step has fundamental importance for the quality of the product. In addition, from the port to overseas, the coffee goes through several other stages, involving transformations and transport, until it reaches the final consumer. Internally, the importance of traceability is already consolidated, since it allows the identification of process, impacts on quality, standardization of production, optimization of costs, and consequent control of operations, thus adding compliance, food security, and value. And how about external traceability? Considering the entire supply chain, is the information integrated? Currently, people are increasingly aware of the origin of the products they consume, and they also want to know how they are produced. In the case of coffee, it must be produced responsibly, respecting the 3 pillars of sustainability: environmental, social, and economic. Therefore, we can also understand traceability as a tool for communicating sustainability. Have you thought about it? In addition to assisting in the control of process efficiency internally, traceability also allows the communication of the actions and the practices adopted in order to produce more quality and respecting sustainable factors. Another trend is value added based on the superior quality of a product. Traceability can be understood as a tool that guarantees that a coffee has gone through the correct steps, received the proper treatment, and was produced responsibly until it reached the final consumer. It's a guarantee of the product's identity. It's knowing who was involved, where it happened, and when it happened. Therefore, traceability can also add guarantees that lead to the superior product quality. With this in mind, chain traceability is also essential, since the transparency of process and the integration of information through the chain directly impacts food safety, as well as guarantee the visibility of a product quality. And how do Brazilian producers ensure traceability on their farms? Well, regardless of the size of the property, the producers are already doing internal traceability of their lots in an organized way. In general, traceability starts manually, annotating data from the plots and the consequent journey through the process of harvesting, drying, and processing. For small producers, this can be done in a field notebook. For large and medium producers, the use of new technologies that allow for the management and digitalization of data can be used. Remember that information is empowerment. Producers need to record all management actions and the applications carried out. It's to say, they relate all products that have been applied to crops as fertilizers and agricultural pesticides, as well as the date of application and the person responsible for the service. In some cases, even the type of contract for the employer in question is registered, since many companies request this type of information as further evidence of the social sustainability of the coffee production. Other information includes the legal deadline for the crops to be released for consumption, training performed, PPE delivered, machinery reviewed, and all management actions and post-harvest process that need to be controlled as well. Therefore, in addition to the many external controls required, such as preservation of legal area and labor requirements, for example, internal traceability is essential, so that the producer can have control and know how to answer questions such as the cost of production of a bag and for how much to sell a bag of coffee. Think about it and understanding how laborious it is for producers to perform all these controls efficiently and with quality. To facilitate and unify communication with the market, TVRT has developed a methodology that applies to many producers, in which traceability is divided into 3 levels, considering the effort involved. On the level 1 traceability, the producer provides basic information and TVRT performs basic analysis before trading it, thus generating information that is essential for identifying the product, producer, and the property, such as the region in which its property is located, the coffee harvest year, the variety, the processing method, the aspect of coffee, and percentage CV of this coffee. On the other hand, level 2 traceability should include all information for level 1 plus the average altitude where the property is located, the size of this property, areas intended for coffee, legal reserve and permanent preservation areas, number of springs, in addition to the average productivity, annual production, and purchase price. This is information that requires high level of effort and engagement, as well as boots on the ground to confirm them. Finally, level 3 traceability is a combination of levels 1 and 2 added to the new data, such as the number of agricultural pesticides and fertilizers used in the crop, the area of deforestation or reforestation, and the amount of carbon emitted into the atmosphere or sequestered by soil and plants, thus requiring great dedication on the part of the producer and significant involvement on the part of TVRT. Although it appears to be a tiring process, it results in a relationship of trust between producers, institutions, and society, ensuring that the product was produced in a conscious and responsible way, always considering quality and the well-being of all involved in the chain. It's a win-win situation for everyone, adding value in the short and long term and ensures sustainable and prosperous production. Finally, it's important to emphasize that many in the coffee sector in Brazil have been trying to promote the image and the information about Brazilian coffee growing, to make it even more visible to the world. After all, we are the largest coffee producer and exporter in the world, so we are motivated to expand partnerships between the links in the chain. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoy it, please hit like and subscribe so you will be notified when we upload new content. And remember to check out the podcast for this and the other videos. Together, we are learning about building relationships and how it benefits everyone in the supply chain, including the people who sit down to drink their coffee every morning.